Okay, so I am going to explain the 4 offerings, the 4 different workshops. So you know what they're all about, what their energy is, what their essence is, why you would want to do it. So the first one is all about finding your inner balance. And this workshop is the foundation of Taoism. The Taoism foundation, one of the main principles is a balance. It is also what drew me to Taoism was the idea that we can use our own life force energy, our own breath energy, chi, to heal ourselves from within. And one of the biggest takeaways that I got from my time in Tao Garden with Mantak Chia, Grandmaster Mantak Chia, was understanding my physical body, like understanding where my spleen was. I never knew that, where my liver was. I never actually knew that. I knew where the lungs were, I knew where the kidneys were, I knew where the heart is. But I didn't know much about my spine, my spinal cord, how it's connected to all these different muscles and how it's all interconnected, it's all intertwined, the meridians, all these incredible things that I learned. And now I feel so much deeply connected. Another thing that I knew before coming, but didn't quite grasp the concept of it, is all these emotions, all this energy that we cycle through day after day, we actually store in different parts of our body. And sometimes if we store more of one thing, then there's less of the other. So the organ can overcompensate or it can undercompensate. It can be overly strong or it can be weak. When there is a disbalance, then that leads to disease, chronic problems, issues, health issues, emotional issues, lots of personality or like lots of things. So you really want to come back into balance. So I learned all these incredible, really quick, efficient, life-changing practices from Mantak Chia. Some of them I already knew, but like the way he taught it, and then the fact that I did them so often, I actually got to embody them, and they are so powerful. You probably know this because you've been watching me for a while, and I share this a lot now, but I've been in self-development since the age of 16. I'm 30 now. And these tools have been one of the most powerful tools I have ever experienced in my life. And they're so simple and they're so powerful and they're so deep and they're so wise. It's like hearing these quotes, time heals all wounds. You've heard it many, many, many times. You're like, yeah, whatever. But when you fully embody it and get it and feel like, oh, time heals all wounds. It's like what I experienced with this practice. It's like you can't understand until you have that lived experience, that lived embodiment. You can see this thing, you can hear this thing, you can try this thing hundreds of times, but until you had that full body experience. Same with the energy of abundance, until you felt abundance, you don't know what it is, It's like, oh, but when you feel it, you're like, oh, that's what it is. Oh my God. It's like no one can explain it to you. People have tried, people have showed it to you, talked about it. But until you have your own lived experience, it doesn't land. And you know how I teach? Everything is a transmission. So you have this, you watch me, you feel good. And you're like, I don't even know what she's saying. It feels good. I can watch her on mute. Because I have a very strong energy that I work on very much. I do so much energy work. And this has been total up level of my energy, like total up level. And in so many levels, I'm always working on myself. I'm always growing. I'm always expanding. And I always want to share it with the world, especially with my clients, people that trust in me, that follow me. I just want to support you guys to shine so freaking bright, because most of you are healers, change makers, spiritual small business owners, and you have a fucking epic mission in the world, and I want you to succeed. On the way to the hot springs, I was chatting to a woman who is an incredible healer. She's done so much work. She's done so many courses. And she's like, yeah, I still have a part-time job. And that's the thing. I said to her, yeah, this is so common. I work with so many people who are like that, because healers, change makers, thought leaders, but in the spiritual community, they tend to have a bad relationship with money, and they tend to not know business. They don't know business. They don't know how to do business. And learning to be a healer, learning to be a change maker is very different to learning how to be an entrepreneur. So no freaking shit, you have to have a part-time job. So many people do. And then they have all this shame around charging and owning their worth. And anyway, lots around money. And that is something that I've been deeply working with, as I mentioned, in prosperity and money wins and all these other things and up leveling. And because I've been doing all these like prosperity practices that I'll be sharing in workshop number 2, which is all about transforming, have some quirky names. Let me just get them up. Also, if you're jumping on live, say hey, give me a hello. I would love to know. Oh my God, where is it? Yeah, so I have another one about Taoism and money. And it is fucking next level, guys. So I've been doing this for the past month because obviously this practice that Mantak Chia gave us about attracting prosperity has worked, and I've been getting a lot of prosperity my way. So it's like, yeah, but we all know that with prosperity comes the other shit. You know, the upper limits, there's like parts of us come up that are like, oh my God, I don't feel safe. So I called it Cultivating Prosperity, Wealth, and Abundance with Tao, So I'm really excited about that, sharing these tools. And you know the thing, so I'm going to teach you this thing to attract prosperity. But then I'm not going to leave you hanging, because what happens is, and I talk a lot, so I'm coaching people around money right now, gearing up for my epic money course that's coming soon. So if you want to know more about that and you want to join the wait list, let me know and I'll send you the link. But the thing is, and on the podcast that I got interviewed, she wanted to talk about abundance and prosperity, and she was saying, well, like, how do you get into abundance? Blah, 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 blah. The thing is, we can all get into abundance, you know, like once you've tasted it, you can get into it. The issue is people don't know how to stay in it. So you get it all, you're like, yeah, manifested it, and then you're like, oh my God, it's gonna leave me, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And then there's like some issue, and then there's some like fridge breaks down and car breaks down, all this money's gone, fine, boom, speeding ticket, and then suddenly you're like, whoa, I'm back to safety with nothing, yeah. And now you're like worried and stressed about money, or better yet, you have this thing where you always were thinking, how can I make money? How can I make money? And then you go to make money, but then when it comes time to actually receive the money, you're like, no, thank you. And then you're like, oh my God, I have no money. Let me repeat the cycle. I'm worrying about money. You know, so that's the problem. What happens is people can't stay in the frequency because there is something in their energy that's like, maybe it's a protected piece, maybe it's unworthiness, undeservingness. There's so many things. And of course, as I was coming up in my wealth and abundance, upper limiting, hello, the box came around. But I had extra good tools that I'll be talking and sharing and teaching you to deal with all the emotional turmoil that comes with money. Worrying about money, worrying about abundance, prosperity, and wealth. Stressing, like pain, fear, anger, jealousy, envy, all these things, all these emotions, all these negative, heavy emotions that get stored in our body. Yeah. And I'm going to teach you the coolest tricks to move. It's like the most profound emotional release tools I have ever experienced in my life. And they actually combine EMDR, which is like next level. This is like a tool that I learned from reading The Body Keeps Score. And I was like, this is the most coolest thing in the world. It's a technique, a rapid eye movement technique to remove trauma from your body without even talking about it. So it's really powerful for really deep trauma that people don't have to relive. They just move through it. And it's combined with a Taoist practice. So Mantak Chia wrote this book, co-authored it with a psychologist that was specializing in EMDR. I think it was psychologist, maybe a psychiatrist. So it's like, so And like we have different themes. So we have the inner balance. This is the first one. Recommend that for everyone. It's just incredible. It's going to be lifetime access, and you can go back over and over and over. And trust me, you will want to. Then the second workshop is all about prosperity, wealth, and abundance. Because you know what, doing all this money work, I realized what power it is, yeah, for you to transform your relationship to money. Because once you release all the negative things attached to your relationship with money, like stress, overthinking, worrying, doubt, shame, all the things, you actually get to be more present in your life, more present with your mission, with your purpose. You have more energy. You plug up all the leaks, and you can give all that energy to the world, to your purpose, to your mission, to your family, to people around you. That is so liberating. It is of service for you to do this inner work. Yeah. If you're watching, feel free to share your favorite moments, favorite frames, and ask me any questions. So I'm like not sure. Oh, I got a like. I'm not sure if I'm getting any frames. Oh, hello, Magnus, Sharon. Oh, Sharon, I'm so good. How are you? Sorry, I was not getting comments, but yes, hit me up in the comments. I freaking love chatting with people. So I'm just talking about Taoism and all the magic. So I'm going to continue. Feel free to interact with me in the comments. It brightens up my day. So the third workshop is next freaking level. It's something that I'm so deeply excited for, and I know a lot of you are as well, because you already know I'm a jaded coach with Vita Method, and actually this is how I got into Mantak Chia. This practice transformed my life. And oh my God, this is what got me started. It's like using your sexual energy to heal your body, for longevity, to make yourself look younger, more pretty, like all the things, healthy. It's just like, oh my God. And you know why you want to be younger? For me, it's not like to look better. For me, it's to feel better so I can continue to live my life to the fullest. It's like, I just want to live my life to the fullest till the last breath I take. I don't move a freaking vegetable, and if you don't use it, you freaking lose it. So in this workshop, you'll learn how to heal your body, mind, and soul with the ancient Chinese Taoist feminine practices of jading. So I integrate the Vita method of pleasure and sensuality. It's a really trauma-informed approach, but there's going to be a deeper layer of energy. And it's, yeah, we're going to activate your energetic body. There's so many cool tools that I learned from Mantak Chia to activate your energetic body. And then you're going to go on a wild practice. I'm going to teach you how to alchemize the sexual energy into energy that you can actually nourish your cells, your organs, your bones, your blood, and all the other parts of you. And yeah, you're going to just nourish your reproductive organ system. You're gonna have a better connection there. You're gonna have access to more pleasure, more orgasms, just all the good things. So, and it's gonna be a wild ride. So please join me. And the fourth workshop, which I'm so excited for, it is gonna change your life if you're single or if you're open relating and you're dating or looking for the one. It's called Inner Peace While Dating or Looking for the One, Tao Way. Tao Way. The Tao Way. The energy flow way. Yeah, so... Oh, you love my hair. It's been a while. It has been a while. I know. Thanks for tuning in, Sharon. Thank you. Yes, this color is exactly how I wanted it. It was very bright before, but it's now at the color I want, and I'm scared that it's soon going to disappear. But yeah, are you going to join me for one of the workshops? I would love to share this magic with you. So the last one is all about finding that inner peace while dating, and I know this brings up a lot because I'm a conscious dating coach. And I've converted conscious dating into conscious sales because I see the correlations. And the thing with that major in conscious dating that I did, I thought it would be like really shallow, and it would be like writing lists and sex magicking your like dream partner. But actually, it was deeply profound because it was all about your core wounds that come up when you date. Because it's like you're unlovable, you're unworthy, you're not deserving, you're not good enough, you get rejected, like all these things come up. And it's the same in sales, right? So I've been using these tools to help my clients who are dating and who are doing sales to really move through the energy, because such crazy things come up. You know, some of my clients have these obsessive patterns, fantasy patterns, where they just get really obsessed and they just about someone, and they get really nervous and then get scared and then have the date and then they want to cancel the date and da da da. It's just like wild, right? So these tools I'm going to teach you are really going to support you to move through all of that. So I'm going to ask some questions, and maybe you resonate, maybe you don't. Are you sick of constantly worrying? Do you feel like you're doomed to be alone for the rest of your life? Have you shut your heart away to protect it from pain? Is it too much and confusing looking for the one? Can you not even imagine yourself getting out into the dating scene again? Are you terrified of rejection? Are you terrified of your heart being broken or expectations never being met? Are you doubting? Doubt is a big one. The one even exists? Are you jealous of others? Are you constantly comparing yourself and questioning why you are single but not them? Was Valentine's a tough time for you? So if you felt yes to any of these or slightly resonated, this workshop is for you and it will change your life. Like I'm not just saying that. It is so profoundly powerful. And the magic is I'm giving you lifetime access so you can have this as an ongoing practice. The thing is, I'm going to teach you the whole practice, but the thing is you're going to be working with different parts of your body. So, and different parts store different emotions. So you will be able to like, oh, I'm feeling this emotion. I'm going to go here, boom, boom, release. You know, you don't even need to do the whole practice. Once you get really familiar with it all, then you can just tap in. That's what I do. I just do parts of it now. I'm like cycling and I'm feeling worry. I'm like, all right, let's release that shit. I'm cycling and feeling sadness or grief. I'm like, okay, let's release that shit. And it's so powerful and it works and so easy and so effective and just can be so quiet, you know, where I used to teach emotional release, and for anger, you really had to let it out. And this, you're not spiritually bypassing anything. Like you release it from your body. You release the energy. It's like you're not just thinking it away. You literally move it through your body. I know. I'm just so excited. I'm blown away. I'm just blown away at it. And I'm so excited to be sharing it with you. And I really want to share it with people dating, because I know how stressful it is. I know for me, at least, like I have a part that loves to obsess, that loves to overthink. I have a part that loves to worry and doubt about everything. Yeah, that's why I created a thing around money, around dating, and just in general. Yeah, like if you come to the inner balance, we'll work on worry, we'll work on any emotion you have. But I have this part, and it's intense. It's very intense. And doubt. I shared the other day, what stops most people isn't the failure, it's actually the doubt. Because people don't even go far enough to fail. They just doubt themselves out of it. I was talking to one of my clients today, and they were sharing that they don't even allow themselves to have desires because they doubt themselves out of their desire. They're like, okay, let's question this desire. Oh, yeah, no, I don't need that. So I'm curious. Love to hear in the chat. What is an emotion that you most struggle with right now? I'd love to hear from you. And I'm curious, what would it be like if it wasn't, you were not struggling with that anymore? What would it be like for you if you could be in balance? Because each emotion has two sides, each energy. So like, for example, we have hatred and love. We have envy, jealousy, and generosity. We have mistrust and trust. What if you could come into balance? Confusion, clarity, working, everybody getting it, leading. Confusion, yeah. Yeah. Confusion is a big part, and that's probably linked into like overwhelm, probably overthinking, doubt, anxiety. Yeah. Because I don't think confusion is an emotion. So, like, what emotions does confusion lead to? So, guys, well, people are typing in the chat. I'm so grateful for you being here with me. It's been so fun. It's been I've been, yeah, here for a while now, actually. I love talking to you guys. I love sharing about what's next. So guess where I'm going next? I'm going I don't want to tell people because I actually won't tell people. But okay, only people that watch this will know. I'm actually coming back home to Perth to visit my boyfriend for a couple of days. And then I'm off to Bali. And then I have no idea what I'm doing. And thank God for Taoism and the practices, because instead of fear, I can freaking alchemize that shit. And whatever other emotion comes up for me around the unknown. And it's so powerful to have these tools to be able to alchemize things that come up around being in the unknown, because in the unknown is where all the magic happens. Because you let go of the control, because you're no longer controlling, you're no longer thinking. You don't know. You don't know how it's going to happen. You don't know. So this is a really powerful tool for magnetizing. And also up leveling. And if you're like up leveling, if you're going through a lot, frequencies, downloads, then the first workshop is the one I recommend, because you will just learn the whole practice and you'll be able to utilize it for anything and everything you like. Emotional state, knowing where to begin. Not sure everyone agrees, wanting everyone to agree. Something goals, overwhelm. Yeah, well, I mean, if you're working on your whatever, I don't know if you're working in a in an office state with a group setting, or if you're like just writing content, because like not everyone's gonna agree, unless like you're in an office and you're doing a group something, then yeah. But like if you're talking to the 8 billion people, like not everyone's gonna agree, dude. So don't worry about that. Just follow what feels good to you. Great, what you said about money and love. Thank you. Well, are you going to join one of the workshops? Would love to have you in it. I'm going to post the link so you guys can look. I also, as I was reading some stuff out, I realized I had some typos, so I do apologize. That's my forte, typos. I don't know how though. I have this special thing, but whatever. Anyway, done is better than perfect, because if I just, I have a huge wound around perfection. So big, so freaking big. So if I just waited for for the thing to be perfect, I would never get it right. I would never get it out, ever. And eventually I just give up and that idea dies. So I invite you to just get it out messy. Just get it out messy, because just think about how many people's lives will be changed. And I say this a lot. We just finished, but I was saying this to my conscious sales group that I was taking for the 3-month journey around sales. That like, wow, look at all your lives that changed, and look at all the lives of the people that you sold your products to changed. And if I followed my little voice of, who the fuck are you to do this? Don't do this. This is a bad idea. Then I wouldn't have changed those people's lives that were in the container. And I wouldn't have impacted all the other lives that those people are going to impact. And then all the other lives that those people and those people and those people and those people, because it's all a ripple, right? The thing is that we are constantly projecting what's happening in our inner world into the outer world. Yeah. So if you're feeling like shit, you're going to treat everyone else like shit, right? If you're feeling good, you're going to treat everyone with love, joy, kindness. Yeah. So when people are fucking assholes, I'm like, wow, you must be going through a lot of pain, sending you some love and compassion. Yeah. So by people that did my course and the impact they're having on other people, those people are going to be better people, and they're going to treat other people better, and it's going to make a better world. And I'm so happy and excited about that. So if you want to live a life of balance, if you want to be able to heal your body, your freaking body with your own mind and energy, and you don't know how, and you want to learn some cool tricks and tools from Grandmaster Mantak Chia, who's still freaking alive, transmission through me, adapted with my little flavor, with my little glitter, spice. Join my courses, workshops. They're happening start of March, and they're going to be next freaking level, and they're going to change your life forever. Trust me, I'm so excited. So I would be honored if you buy one, then you pay one price. If you pay, the more you buy, the cheaper it gets. And if you have any questions, feel free to slide into my DMs. I love you, and I'm going to leave you, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Just checking the chat last time, and I'm signing off. Good night.